Nowadays, I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays, I don't know when the world spins. Live your life like we die.
Nova, I bring you a new tutorial on Lil Skies featuring Landon Cube's song called Nowadays. I've been having crazy requests for a Lil Skies Vocal preset for a very, very long time. I just never got to it. So we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. This tutorial is going to be fairly simple. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I usually do, turn off everything on the master. And we'll mute the instrumental for now. And turn off everything else. And also all these vocals are linked to this bus right here. So that's probably why you're going to see this. You're going to see like a link or chain going across to this side. But the first thing we have is going to be auto-tune. So I'm going to go ahead and just play that. So there's going to be two different areas of the song that we're going to work with. It's going to be the low part of Lil Skies, and then the second part with Landon Cube. So the first one is going to be different compared to the singing, the actual singing. So this was going to sound like we're going to have the key to B, the scale on minor, the input type soprano voice. I put the retune speed to about 10. Everything else you can freeze the screen and copy the settings. If you don't have, everyone gets on me about having an old version of auto-tune. I know, I've been using this since I first started, having FL Studio. So don't get on my case about it. This is what works for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Nowadays, I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays, I don't know when the world spins. Live your life like. So after that, we're gonna have Tdr Nova. This is a very great EQ to use. It's actually a free EQ that I'm gonna put in the description for you to download, and you can also get the FLP at bluenovabeats.com. So what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and cut out some of the lows, did some dipping around the 100 to 200 area, another dip between 200 and 500, and really just boosted in the boosted up 6 decibels in the 2K to 5K frequency and up to 9 decibels, a little bit past the 5K. That's where it's going to be more of the air. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and play. Oh, and also you want to set your analyzer right here. Click on it and click analyzer out. That's what you want to have, because when you have the analyzer out, the way whenever you EQ your vocals, the vocal waves that you see, like when you do an adjustment or a cut, or if you add something to the vocal, then the vocal form is going to reflect that. So basically what I'm going to do is show you what's going to happen.
Nowadays, I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays, I don't know when the world spins. Live your life like we die when the world ends.
So now that you see the graphic like audio response, you can see exactly where you need to do your cuts and exactly where you need to boost that. So after that, we're gonna have a De-Esser stereo by Waves, and I went ahead and dropped the threshold down to -34, the frequency of 5506. Sidechain, you want to go ahead and select high pass, and we'll go ahead and play it.
Nowadays, I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays, I don't know when the world spins.
The next thing we have is Fruity Delay 2. And went ahead and just brought the volume back down to about like right here. I always usually set it right here. You don't want the delay to really be competing with your lead vocal. So just keep it to about right here. And also to I guess like break down the competition with the lead and delay, you actually want to put a filter. This is actually gonna like cut off the high frequency and the delay. So most of the time I usually always keep it to right here or right here, but this was good. And your time, the time for it, I just put it straight down the middle. But make sure if you're using this for within your song, just have the tempo. Your tempo just needs to be set. And if you want it to bounce back really in time, either have it to like right here. Well, I usually always keep it right here in the middle, so that's gonna be fine. So playing it is gonna sound like this.
Nowadays, I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays, I don't know when the world spins. Live your life like we die when the world ends.
After that, we have a Fruity Reverb 2. This is the settings that I have. I don't want to get in depth with everything I did, but you can freeze the screen. It doesn't have to be exact because it's reverb, but make sure that your knob adjustments are about similar to everything I have right here. And I'll go ahead and play it.
Nowadays, I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays, I don't know when the world spins.
After that, we just have a Fruity Limiter just to basically level out the whole entire vocal. you want to go ahead and set your release all the way down to 0. Everything else you can leave it as so. What I went ahead and did, I brought the gain up to 11 decibels. You can see it right here in the upper left hand corner, and I'll go ahead and play it.
Nowadays I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays I don't know when the world spins.
So after that, we have a backing vocal that's in the hook, and basically what you want to go ahead and do is you can so you want to right click, go to file, then say mix your track state as, and then you want to just load that same thing in. So right click on this insert or wherever you have your vocal, and then go to file, and then go to open mix your track state as, and open up the same thing you have. The only thing you want to do that's different that I added is going to be Foodie Chorus. So you want to load that effect in and then bring it right down here in the middle to 50%. So just playing this by itself, this is what the backing vocal is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and play it.
I'm too cool for a girlfriend. I don't know when the world spins.
So it kind of gives it, like, I guess, that wide stereo sound that you hear in the song. And to actually give it more of a boost, you want to get this knob turned all the way to the left, and that's going to give it more stereo separation. So it's going to make sure the vocal is really wide in the mix. So playing this together with the main vocal.
Nowadays I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays I don't know when the world spins. Live your life like we die.
So now that we have that, we're going to move to the second half of it, where it's the actual singing. And we'll go right here. All right, so the EQing I did for this was just a little bit different. I didn't do too much of a change, but went ahead and just cut out some more of the low. Brought the high. Since I'm singing at a higher range, I didn't bring up like the high end too much, because I'm already singing like pretty high, so you don't need to add too much. I went ahead and had it at 6 decibels and right here at 3. So playing it is gonna sound like this.
Nowadays things not the same. Like switch lanes, now these act strange, and I lost my grip.
So now that you hear that, the last thing is there's actually a low vocal that's underneath that vocal. So basically you kind of want to record a second stack for your hook and have it underneath, but like lower it to about, let's see, I think I had it about -9 or -12.
Nowadays things not the same. Like switch lanes, now these hoes act strange.
So yeah, have that about -12, and when you play this all together, it's going to sound like this. And also, like I said, if you want to route any of your inserts, you can go you can just click on one that you have, right click right here, and then route to this track only, and it'll route it. And what I did is basically just had all the vocals leveled at -3 decibels. So you want to go ahead and have the limiter and just drop that down to -3. So let's play everything all together, including the instrumental. And also, I never did anything to the instrumental. So playing it.
Nowadays things not the same. Like switch lane.
Let's actually start from right here.
Nowadays I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays I don't know when the world spins.
So now that we have that, the last thing we want to do is pretty much just put the icing on the cake, and that's really having an EQ to cut off that, clean up the mix. So if you have iZotope Ozone 5 or any version of Ozone of iZotope that you have, you want to load that in, and then you want to go to post equalizer. Then you want to click this drop down at the 8th band, go to low pass, select brick wall. Once you click on that, you want to drag this into 15,126 hertz, and then after that you want to go to your graph. You're going to want to left click, hold it, and drag it and put it before your loud maximizer. After that, go to your maximizer, and then what I went ahead and did is I went to IRC3. I just realized that once you do this, it actually it doesn't kill the dynamic once you put this limiter. I don't know, before I had it on IRC, the first one right here, have it on 3, and make sure, although it won't clip, but it's actually like, it actually has a soft clipper. So you want to have this down, and it's actually going to keep the natural sound. So playing this all together.
Nowadays I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays I don't know when the world spins. Live your life.
And if you don't have iSub Ozone 5, I got y'all on the backup. So taking this off, you want to have the Fruity Convolver. I basically have an EQ right here that you can that I'm gonna include within the FLP, within the zip file that's on BlueNovaBeats.com. You can get this. You can actually get this here. So it's actually gonna cut off the high frequency. Then you want to add a Fruity soft clipper. And then this is what's gonna look like. It's basically gonna act as a ceiling, as a limiter without crushing any dynamic. So playing this version of it.
Nowadays I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays I don't know when the world spins.
So basically you get the same thing back and forth. But if you have any questions, you can go ahead and put in the comment section, or you can email me at bluenovabeats@gmail.com, or go directly to the website bluenovabeats.com. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and just tell me what else you want to see next. But thank you all for watching.
When the world ends, it's alright every time we can break a sin. Nowadays things not the same. Life switch lanes, now these